Welcome to Mystic Realms Recap. Links are in the description below. Please show some love of the author and me. On to the show.
After losing the game, when you beat someone else's brains, what should you do if you don't feel the pain from others? It's okay. I invented a brain-bouncing artifact today. Please take a look. I took out the iron finger caught on his right middle finger and demonstrated it to his mobile phone. All the bullet screens in the live broadcast room were filled with 666. This is not a brain-bouncing magical device. This is a friendship detoxification device. Flick it and die on the spot. Sure enough, it is a useless good product, and the technological invention has to be my brother. Hurry up. I want to buy it, and I will play games with my girlfriends later, and I want to play and cry with them. That's it. Isn't it just an iron finger caught brother? Is exhausted? I glanced at the barrage with a smile. There are more than 2,000 people in the live broadcast room, which is not bad. He has traveled to this parallel world for 5 years. The general pattern of this world is similar to that of the previous Earth. As a late-stage patient of reading novels, he is no stranger to time travel. By imitating the handicrafts of his previous life, he named them handicraft leaves, made some small inventions, and posted videos on the Douyin platform, claiming to be good products with no use. As one useless invention after another appeared, his popularity grew. The brain-bouncing artifact is his 100th useless invention. Do you think it's just an iron finger caught? I'm too young. Won't invent such a useful thing. Take a closer look. I explained to everyone in detail. It does have an iron finger protector, which protects our fingers from being hurt by the opponent's forehead when the brain collapses. But the most important thing is that there is a power storage device at the back which can increase the power of our brains. I showed the mechanical device made of springs on the back of the lower hand. Let's not talk nonsense, let me demonstrate it to everyone. He took out a beer bottle, bent his right middle finger, and popped it out. Boom. Wow. With the crisp sound of glass breaking, the brain-bouncing artifact directly shattered the beer bottle. It's small. It's because I'm small. I thought it was a friendship detoxifier, but I didn't expect this to be a life detoxifier. 999, 6 turned over. It really is a useless good product. It is obviously useless, but it is well done. Craniotomy artifact. It is recommended to sell it to the hospital. Squint smile. Isn't this just rubbish? What's the use? The anchor does this every day. It was a waste of my traffic. I thought it was a useful invention. What is the use of these boring things in China every day? That is, the children of Bald Eagle can make bombs at the age of 10, and nuclear reactors at the age of 14. Our anchor is still making this kind of childish garbage, let alone children. Go out if you are not used to seeing the previous one. We just like brother to bring us joy. You can't even do these things, keyboard man. I can't do it, but the anchor can only make these rubbish things. Disappointed. The black powder is thick. I frowned slightly and looked at the black fans on the barrage. These people have always been there. Suddenly, a mechanical voice sounded in his mind. Ding! The host has successfully created 100 inventions. The pre-system startup task is complete, and the system is starting. Ding! The Luban system has been successfully launched, and a gift package will be rewarded for beginners. Please check the specific functions of the host by yourself. My grass system. It's been 5 years. Do you know how I have lived these 5 years? The golden finger is only activated for 5 years. And if you don't make useless good products, you will never be able to activate the system. Pit father. Brothers, that's the end of today's live broadcast. See you tomorrow at the same time. I still have something to do. Let's go first. I hurriedly finished speaking and directly turned off the live broadcast, and immediately called the system in his heart. Turn on the system. Suddenly, a system interface appeared in front of him, which only he could see. Luban's eye system, elementary. After the host activates Luban's eye, it can analyze all the technologies that the host can see, and unlock their production materials. Analyze all technology in sight. The introduction of the system is very simple, but the function is that the heifer flies on the plane. The cow batch goes to the sky. I exited the system and tried to look aside at the things and home appliances he had invented. Activate Luban's eye. Suddenly, a window appeared on the cornea of Bei's right eye, similar to the screen of a fighter jet. He looked back and forth in the garage, and found that he only needs to stare at an item for 3 seconds, and the simple information of the item will be displayed next to the window. Mahjong car, zombie bicycle, Medea refrigerator. In the end, Bai stopped his gaze on a big guy, which he did with a lot of effort. Is it locked? Locking? The system is analyzing. Ding! The analysis was successful. The piano barbecue car, useless technology, too low end to unlock. Damn, it's too low end. Do you want to do this? I spent a lot of money and energy to make this piano grill car. After trying, Yabai has learned How to use Luban's eye. He only needs to stare at an object for more than 3 seconds, and the system can analyze it. But it is useless to life forms and ordinary furniture. When he chooses to lock, he can unlock the technology. If so, can virtual items be parsed? Thinking about it, I tried to look at the computer beside him. In addition to live broadcasting, he also likes to play games. Recently, I was playing Cyberpunk 2077, and there happened to be a lot of powerful technologies in it. If it can be analyzed, it will be developed. Guns with bullet tracking, see-through scopes, and more. When Yebai looked at the computer screen, Luban's eye immediately displayed brief information on all items in the game, including the computer. Yebai was overjoyed. There is a show. He looked at the weapon in his character's hand in the game. Is it locked? Yes. The lock is successful, and the system is analyzing. Ding. The analysis is successful. The technical precision rifle Widowmaker, a relatively advanced individual weapon, which can greatly increase the combat power of individual soldiers, and can unlock all manufacturing materials. Really can. Ha ha. If the technology in the game can be unlocked, then the movies can also be unlocked. Think about the handsome Iron Man armor in Marvel, the aerospace aircraft carrier, the super soldier serum used by the US team, the Batmobile of the Master in DC, etc. If they can be unlocked, wouldn't they take off directly? In the future, everyone in the Yanhuang Kingdom will be injected with super soldier serum, then everyone will truly be like a dragon. Then equip the Iron Man armor, and go to any country from the aerospace aircraft carrier. Who dares to block and bully us? Yebai suppressed his excitement, and decided to try to unlock the game equipment first. Unlock. Ding. Insufficient technology points. Unable to unlock. Technology point. What is that thing? The system didn't introduce it at all. By the way, there is also a novice gift package. Maybe it can be opened. Quickly open the system. There is a warehouse tab on it. After Yebai opened it, there was a gift package for beginners inside. Open the novice gift package. Ding. Congratulations to the host for obtaining a first level technology point *1. Ding. The task system is activated. Unlock and manufacture a technology product, and reward a first level technology point *3. Technology points. There are 5 levels to unlock technological necessities. The more advanced the technology, the higher the level of required technology points. Acquisition method. Task acquisition. More methods need to be explored by yourself. Technology can be unlocked. Yebai rubbed his hands excitedly. The novice gift pack is too stingy. The novice gift packs in the novels he read are all god level or golden equipment. This system has a style of penguin horse, and it is only a first level technology point. If you still want technology points, you have to do tasks to get them. Yebai sighed, and continued to look at the weapons in the game. Is it locked? Sure. Whether to unlock or not, this time consumes 1 first level technology point. Unlock. Ding. Unlocked successfully. Technical precision rifle Widowmaker. All technical data has been loaded. In an instant, Yebai felt that there was a lot of information in his mind. This information is as if he already knew it, and he can check it at will. So that's the case. Yebai kept flipping through the technical information about the Widowmaker in his mind. These materials are based entirely on how existing technologies are developed and manufactured. In other words, with the existing technology in this world, it can be manufactured according to the information given by the system. Strong, too strong. Black fans always say that I make useless things, so I just make a big one this time, which happens to be able to complete the task. Yebai made up his mind, looked at the tools around him, and started to work directly. There was a lot of lack of materials and tools, and Yebai took out his savings in distress. In the past 5 years, he has saved a lot of money. As an internet celebrity with more than 3 million fans, he can earn a decent amount of money. But even so, the purchase cost him more than 100,000 yuan. The main reason is that it is too expensive to buy new tools, and there are many things that can be borrowed after negotiating with others, such as lathes. Materials for firearms are not expensive. It was already night when he returned home from work, and looked at the materials and tools in the next garage, which were full of piles. In order to facilitate his invention, he rented a house in the new countryside with a garage attached. Not only is it cheap, but the environment is surrounded by farmland, and there is also a place to experiment with your own inventions. Yebai thought for a while, turned on his phone, took a picture of the garage, and sent it with a paragraph of text. This time I will make a big invention for everyone. It will definitely be useful. It will take a few days, and the specific live broadcast time will be notified separately. After the upload was successful, he saw a lot of private messages in the background. He opened a few of them and looked at them. Brother, don't worry about the words of black fans. We just like your useless inventions. How did you download it so fast? Did you know it? You only do this kind of rubbish and mislead children. Waste resources. waste things, learn from foreign countries and make useful inventions. Brother, yeah, come on, wait for your update. There are good and bad private messages, and most of the bad ones are saying that his invention is useless. Yeah, I smiled and turned off the phone. For the next week or so, yeah, I worked overtime on the production. Except for eating, drinking and sleeping, he was working on components at other times. During this period, fans left more and more messages, and black fans became more and more arrogant, and they all left messages in his latest works. Didn't you say that you have a great invention that is useful? It's been more than a week, and there is still no movement. It must have been blown out by the bully, and if I couldn't do it, I hit it. Garbage that only grandstands. Brother, yeah, come back soon. My happiness is gone. Don't pay attention to those black fans. I've been watching Brother Yeah for 5 years. Brother Yeah is really awesome. Although his invention is useless, his hands-on ability and thinking are definitely very powerful. You say that inventions are useless. Can they still be called inventions if they are useless? Yeah, I ignored all these messages and private messages, and concentrated on making them. Finally, after half a month, yeah, I looked at all the finished rifle components, and heaved a sigh of relief. Turn on the phone and release the message. Tomorrow will be broadcast live at the old time, a surprise for everyone. Stick to the top comment, feck. Brother Yeah finally updated. If you don't update, I thought you were taken away by aliens. Aliens are stupefied after seeing Brother Yes invention. Haha. Must watch the live broadcast tomorrow? Just wait. Yo, I thought I was a turtle, but tomorrow I want to see what kind of invention it is. It must be rubbish. The name of the live broadcast room is called Useless Good Product. Yeah, I put all the components together, and a Widowmaker very similar to Cyberpunk 2077 was completed. Due to the limitation of materials and tools, it looks very rough, but there is no problem in performance. With the blessing of the system, it can reach more than 80% of the data in the game. Ding! Congratulations to the host for completing the task, rewarding a first-level technology point *3, and the task system goes into cooldown. The current cooling time is 29 days, 23 hours, 59 minutes and 59 seconds. Nice! The task is completed, and 3 more technology points have been obtained, but the task will take a month to continue. So the 3 first-level technology points should be used according to the situation the next day. Yeah, I started the live broadcast, and not long after the broadcast started, more than 1,000 people poured in. It may be that it has not been broadcast for too long, so the number of people has increased rapidly this time. The platform should have given extremely fast traffic, because Yeah has always been a high-quality anchor. Brother Yeah has finally started broadcasting. What has he invented this time? Those things of his are also inventions. If those rags are considered inventions, then I can do it myself. Then you should go up. Newcomers come here for the first time. What is the useless good product? Do you bring the goods? I just read the anchor material. It was invented. It's quite interesting. Far away in the Hualong Academy of Sciences, Jiang Chen stretched his waist, frowned slightly and looked at the bullet screen in the live broadcast room. Why are there so many black fans today? Jiang Chen is a first-level researcher of the Dragon Academy of Sciences, and further up is an academician. When he is tired from research, he would watch Bai's live broadcast to relax. Although the things Bai invents are all useless products, it can be seen that his mind is very flexible and he has many ideas that ordinary people dare not think of. He thought for a while and typed a string of words. Brother, don't care about what those people say, as long as you bring joy to everyone. Scientific research should be done by people who specialize in scientific research, and ordinary people can live their lives well. As soon as his barrage was released, he immediately won the approval of everyone. Everyone is an ordinary person. Living a good life is the greatest contribution to the motherland. Bai smiled and said, "Thank you for the support of the fans. In the past 5 years, I have made exactly 100 useless inventions. Today I will bring you an absolutely useful invention." As he spoke, Bai aimed his camera at the technical precision rifle, the Widowmaker, placed in the middle of the garage. F***K. Brother, is this a gun? We can't do anything illegal. This gun looks so handsome. It has a sense of technology. It looks like a future weapon. Really handsome. I didn't expect Brother to be first-rate in aesthetics. What's the use of being handsome if it is handsome and useful? Readers are invincible. The anchor is also so handsome. I love it, love it, love it. Is the girl upstairs? At a V. I am Liang Guang Wu Yanzu. Everyone calls me Liang Zi. When I go out, brother, why do I remember that people in Liangguang are called Liangzi, and pretty girls? You are a fool. I advise you not to meddle in your own business. Is it a water spray gun? Another useless thing. I dare say this is a high-power water spray gun, or a toy gun with BB bullets. I thought it was an invention, and after more than a week of work, I got a toy gun. Jiang Chen frowned and looked at the gun shown by Ye Bai. From the design point of view, it was indeed very technological, more like a high-tech weapon that would appear in a movie. As Ye Bai approached, he circled the Widowmaker with his mobile phone. I saw the stock of this gun. The handle and the body of the gun are integrated. The barrel of the cuboid is very long and thick, a bit like a shotgun, and there is a very advanced scope. The main barrel is flanked by two smaller barrels that slope at a 45-degree angle. There is also a display behind the barrel, which shows a number, 12, and a power index. There are even some digital displays on the scope, but it's hard to read at a distance. Overall pretty cool, just a little rough. The name of this gun is the Widowmaker. It is a technical precision rifle with a clip capacity of 12 rounds and a built-in silencer. Ye Bai picked up the rifle and began to introduce. There are more girls and boys in the world now. In order to benefit the majority of male compatriots, I made this rifle. It uses special ammunition and can shoot 6 bullets in one shot. It can easily penetrate existing guns, any body armor or even ordinary walls. No one will be left alive. It has to be me, Brother Ye, 666, who perfectly solved the problem of the wounded on the battlefield. With this gun, there will only be deaths and no wounded on the battlefield in the future. It's not the Widowmaker, I just like widows. Upstairs, be more reserved. That's called a single young woman. How ugly is a widow? It's the same as the real thing, but also the magazine capacity. The silencer, it's funny, you guys are out of your mind. You think it's a real gun. Bragging, it can penetrate all body armor and walls. What are you kidding? Did you think it was a cannon? At least check Dunyang. There are still a group of fans who believe it. We know it's fake. We just like the happiness that Brother Ye brings us. Understand? Happiness is the invention of garbage. At this time, the number of people in the live broadcast room has reached more than 5,000 people, because this gun is really handsome, which attracted many people to stay. Let me go out and show you. Ye Bai came to the yard with a handsome rifle and a mobile phone. He is a single-family house with a yard at the front door, and steel plates have been placed in advance for testing. Everyone is optimistic. This is a 1 centimeter thick steel plate. Ye Bai picked up the steel plate and knocked it a few times, and there was a clang. I bought it with a huge sum of money. After checking, he put the phone on the stand aside and adjusted it. After finishing, Ye Bai stood 4 or 5 meters away from the steel plate. This gun is very easy to use. You only need to use the scope to aim and shoot wherever you aim. The scope has automatically corrected all display parameters. 666. Aim and shoot. I feel like the car is running over my face. Brother Ye is connotative. I like it. Brother Ye added me as V. I want to watch you shoot. No, I want to watch you shoot. Is there a girl upstairs? I can also act. No, you are all dazed. The correction parameters of the scope, the more you talk about it, the more outrageous it is. Everyone said it's fun. Why bother about the authenticity? We are happy to watch him make fake guns. What's the matter? Ye Bai couldn't see the barrage at this time. He simply aimed and pulled the trigger directly with a weak gunshot mixed with electromagnetic sound. The steel plate made a muffled bang in an instant. F***K. The steel plate is smoking. What's the matter? I seem to see the flames. It can't be a real gun. Impossible. At most gunpowder was added. How could it be a real gun? If it's a real gun, then Brother Ye will be punished too much. Real punishment. Jiang Chen's eyes widened in an instant. The subject of his research was an electromagnetic rifle, and he seemed to have heard a brief energy recharging sound just now. He quickly sent a barrage. Brother Ye, can you shoot again? 666. I didn't expect Brother Ying Jiang Chunshui to have this habit. Ying Jiang Chunshui is Jiang Chen's screen name. Brother, is your spring water serious? I don't know if his spring water is serious or not, but the brother upstairs is definitely not serious. But at this time Ye Bai couldn't see the barrage. He was still introducing. This gun does not use gunpowder, but electromagnetic energy, plus a muffler so the gunfire is extremely small. Let's take a look at the effect of the shooting just now. As he spoke, Ye Bai took the phone and walked towards the steel plate. Is it really an energy weapon? Jiang Chen looked at the live broadcast in surprise. If what Ye Bai said was true, then this is a world-leading weapon. At present, there are many countries researching and developing electromagnetic guns in the world. Only the Yanhuang country has actually installed them, and the Bald Eagle has not installed them. It can be said that Yanhuang Kingdom is the leader in electromagnetic weapons, but the whole world is in the research and development stage of electromagnetic rifles. And Ye Bai's gun is obviously more powerful than all the electromagnetic rifles under development. Electromagnetic energy, ha ha ha, outrageous. The anchor is really bragging. I have seen it. The most powerful person is the one who can fool himself, and he takes the feck seriously. Brother Ye Niupi, may I ask how many Lanfu batteries are needed to fire a shot? Hurry up, I want to buy it for my son to play with. Yeah, I just came to the steel plate with his mobile phone at this time. It's not bad, it's pierced. I saw a long hexagonal diamond-shaped bullet hole on the steel plate, one up and down, two left and right. Bullet holes are evenly distributed. Yeah, I took the phone to the back of the steel plate again. Even the debris behind the steel plate has penetrated. In the live broadcast room, all the instant bullet screens were filled with question marks frantically. Feck, what's the matter? Really? A real gun? Nimma, I thought it was a toy gun, but it turned out to be a real gun. Crazy. It's too awesome. A centimeter steel plate can be pierced directly, and ordinary rifles probably can't do it at all. Tell you responsibly, ordinary rifles can never do it, unless you use special bullets or anti-material weapons. The anchor is similar to a light sniper rifle, but he has 6 bullets at once. One shot of 6 bullets, just the penetrating power in bullets. Isn't it a widowmaker? Could it be that the hole was made in the steel plate in advance, and then just shot it with a gun, and it fell off? Brother, yeah, check the steel plate from the beginning, okay? The originally happy and relaxed live broadcast room changed its style in an instant. All unbelievably sent barrages, and the number of barrages surged. Jiang Chen also opened his mouth incredulously, looking at the steel plate in the picture. Is this really true? He hurriedly said, brother, yeah, remove the debris and see how deep the shot is. This time, yeah, I saw it. He picked up the sundries and found that they were all penetrated, and behind it was the wall. He removed all the sundries, only to see that there were also 6 bullet holes on the wall, and they were in a straight line, with the ones on the steel plate. Hiss, Jiang Chen gasped. Yeah, I pointed his mobile phone at the bullet holes in the wall. Brothers, it seems that the wall has been pierced. I'm so numb. Brother, yeah, you're awesome. I asked you to make some useful inventions, but didn't let you make a real gun. It's so powerful. Nimma, this is definitely a real gun, not an act. This is too much punishment. Black fans come out, who said that yeah, this invention is rubbish. Just this gun, do foreign countries have it? Yeah, I walked out of the yard, and took a picture of the outside of the fence, and sure enough, he was shot through. Following the direction of the bullet, he saw 6 bullet holes in the ground. He didn't expect this power himself. He only knew that the rifle in the game was very powerful. It was an orange immortal weapon. This is not only able to penetrate all body armor, even armor may be able to penetrate. I said I'll bring you a surprise. This time it's a really useful invention. This is more than a surprise. This is frightening. Brother, yeah, don't leave where you are. No, don't leave when you are at home. Dragon Science Academy will send someone to pick you up immediately. Dragon Academy. I'm dying of laughter. That's a National Scientific Research Unit. Who is this person? So funny, a river of spring water. I'm GIO. I clicked on Brother Chunchua's profile just now. Someone else has a Blue V certification, and is really a first-level researcher of the Dragon Academy of Sciences. It turns out that there are such big bosses among Yeji's fans. Damn, yeah, GE is awesome. Brother Ye is going to enter Dragon Academy. Just when the fans were excited, Ye's live broadcast room was suddenly blocked. Feck, why is the live broadcast room gone? Who reported it? It must be a black fan. Damn it. The prompt said that the anchor displayed restricted weapons. Yeah, I also looked at the blocked live broadcast room in astonishment. The gun still had a charge mode that was not shown. Yeah, I played with the gun again. To be honest, no man can resist the temptation of this high-tech weapon. Whether it's an exaggerated and avant-garde shape or powerful power, you are always saying 2 words to a man: come to me. You are the most beautiful boy in the whole world. In fact, in the game, this weapon needs to be charged to pass through walls, but now it can be fired normally. Yeah, I activated Luban's eye and looked at the rifle in his hand. Technical precision rifle, Widowmaker, enhanced, and advanced individual weapon. He remembered that the system analysis was relatively advanced at the beginning, but now it is advanced. Sure enough, the system has been strengthened. Incredible. Yeah, I couldn't help but played for a while, but didn't shoot again. When he had had enough, he put the gun back in the garage and picked up his phone. It's normal for the live broadcast room to be blocked. If you appeal, it will usually be unblocked within 12 hours, so he is not worried. When he picked up his phone, he saw that many people had private messaged him. One of the names was a string of numbers, so he opened it and looked at it. 609,527. Brother, I will offer 500,000 yuan to buy the gun and manufacturing technology in your hand. Yeah, I frowned slightly and looked at his account information. It was a private account, so I replied, sorry, I made it for fun, not for sale. 609,527, replied immediately. 500,000 is not too low, brother. Don't be good or bad. Yeah, I raised his eyebrows slightly. Why do you buy guns and technology? Which department? 500,000 is indeed not low. The cost of making this gun is only a few $1,000s if the tools are excluded, but you have to ask clearly. He is going to hand over to the country 609,527. You don't need to worry about this, and don't ask so many TMs, just ask if you sell it or not. Yeah, smiled angrily, I don't sell it, but your wife does. After finishing speaking, take a screenshot of the person's account information, and then block it. Then he called the Public Security Bureau, and reported this person. Okay, according to your report, I will verify it. If this person is really a spy, we will reward you with 500,000 yuan. Yeah, I hung up the phone. He guessed that this person was a walking 500,000. Ordinary people may buy guns, but why buy technology? And dare not say anything. There is definitely a problem. So yeah, I reported him backhandedly. Buy my technology for 50. I reported it to you, and earned 500,000. It should not be difficult to locate a person through the internet, and should be caught quickly. At the Academy of Dragon Sciences, Jiang Chen quickly found his teacher, Zhou Ping, an academician of the Academy of Dragon Sciences. Teacher, I just watched the live broadcast. There is an anchor who made an electromagnetic rifle, and it is more advanced than what I am researching. It's because there are too few projects assigned to you, right? You still have time to watch the live broadcast, so come play this kind of joke with me again. Zhou Ping continued to check the data in the computer without looking up. Really? I saw it from the beginning to the end. It is really very likely to be a real gun. Jiang Chen's tone was very sincere. Only then did Zhou Ping put down his work, and asked suspiciously, are you sure? Jiang Chen nodded vigorously, I'm sure. Here is the video of his live broadcast. After he found out that the gun Yabai made was likely to be a real gun, he started recording the screen. Zhou Ping looked at the phone suspiciously. He knew that he, a student, would not lie, but it is even more difficult for him to believe that an anchor has created an electromagnetic rifle. The weapon that the whole world is researching and developing has been created by an anchor. Who will believe it? But when he saw the live recording, his face became serious. As the video played, his expression changed from serious to surprised, then shocked, and finally incredible. Is this a live broadcast or a video? Live streaming is different from video, and video can use special effects. Jiang Chen's eyes confirmed, that's right, it's a recording. Transfer the recorded video to the computer, hurry up. Zhou Ping frowned. He wanted to study it carefully. Alright, the video is not big, but it goes fast. Zhou Ping looked back at the recorded video carefully again, and slowed down and zoomed in on key places, and kept checking the details carefully. Really? It's true. Pressure relief device, energy recharging, and modular gun body are indeed much more advanced than what you've researched. Amazing, amazing. After carefully reading it several times, Zhou Ping, who was in his 60s, couldn't help becoming excited. Quickly, go and inform other people. Let them come and take a look. Yes, send someone to invite them over immediately. Take that gun with you, and let Colonel Liu go. Also, delete all the videos about this gun on the internet. Suppress them all, notify the local police station, and protect the anchor first. Jiang Chen nodded quickly and went to do it. Zhou Ping pushed his glasses. Although it cannot be judged to be true by a screen recording, but such technology is worth his gamble. The other side. Yeah, bye. Who was fine. Put the rifle in the garage and started playing the game until 3 or 4 in the afternoon. When I was playing vigorously, I suddenly heard a violent knock on the door. He took off the earphones, frowned and shouted displeasedly, here we come, here we come. Tap lightly. When Yabai opened the door, he saw 5 policemen coming outside, and 2 more guarding the police car parked on the road. He asked in astonishment, what's the situation, police officer uncle? Li Tianqi asked sharply, are you Yabai? Yabai nodded blankly, not knowing what he was doing. Just now he was driving piles in Night City. He couldn't break the law if he caught a chicken in the game. Is it because? Gradually several villagers surrounded him, and the police rarely came in the countryside. They were all dutiful farmers and rarely saw this battle, so when they saw the police surrounding Yebei's house, they all came over curiously. Take away. With a wave of Li Tiance's hand, 2 policemen, one on the left and one on the right, supported Yabai and left. The remaining 2 went into the house to search. Yabai didn't resist. He knew the reason why the people don't fight with the government, but he still asked suspiciously, excuse me, what did I do to arrest me? Looking at the policeman who entered the house, he had roughly guessed what was going on. Li Tianqi snorted coldly and said, you illegally make guns, you are breaking the law, you know, and you asked me what I did. Li Tianqi glared at Yabai viciously, making guns without permission is a felony. Sure enough, it was reported, otherwise the police would definitely not know. The key villagers don't know either, it can only be reported by people on the internet. Now Douyian can see the IP, and he is considered a small internet celebrity, so many people know his home address. He must have been stabbed in the back by black fans. Yabai kept thinking of ways in his mind. He originally wanted to hand over the technology to the state. If it can be equipped with the whole army, it will definitely greatly enhance the strength of Yanhuang Kingdom's army's individual soldiers. But if he really went in and stepped on the sewing machine for a few years, it would be over. 2 police officers escorted him to the first police car. After a while, the 2 policemen who entered the room came out holding the Widowmaker. They nodded with Li Tianqi and got into the police car behind. Comrade policeman, did you arrest the wrong one? Xiaoi is a pretty good kid. All the inventions he makes are useless, just for fun. Yes, you must have arrested the wrong person. His inventions that we see every day are all jokes. He is a good boy. The villagers stepped forward to speak for Ye Bai one after another, because Ye Bai's useless invention really brought them a lot of joy. He is suspected of making guns. We will not arrest people randomly. Rest assured, if he does not, we will let him go. Li Tianqi frowned, and when he saw the gun, he also felt that he might have grasped it wrong. That's not a normal gun at all. It's more appropriate to say it's a toy model. It's 2C5. Gun? You mean you took it out just now? It's similar to the toy I bought for my grandson. It must be fake. That's right. How can there be a gun like that? I haven't seen any guns before, and I still have gunshot wounds on my body. A veteran villager shows his scars. Li Tianqi was helpless. He also received a report, and the higher authorities asked him to arrest people. Now it seems that there may be a misunderstanding. It may indeed be a fake gun, but the process needs to go through. Don't worry everyone, if it's fake, he will definitely be released. Not long after Ye Bai was taken away by the police, the villagers found 5 more big guys on the road, cars they had never seen before. It looks like an armored vehicle. The veteran villager recognized it. He looked up at the sky, and there were several helicopters. What's the situation? It seems to be going to Xiaoi's house. Let's go and have a look. The nearby villagers rushed to Ye Bai's house. Liu He got off the armored vehicle, and the accompanying security guards immediately surrounded Ye Bai's single-family yard guard. Liu He went to the door and knocked, but no one answered. Knocked several times, still no one. Is anyone not at home? Liu He looked into the room through the window, but there seemed to be no one there. Are you looking for Xiaoi? It was the veteran villager who asked. He was bold. Liu He turned around, when he heard the sound, saw the villagers, nodded with a smile and said, yes. Isn't he at home? The veteran villager scratched his head. There are 2 groups of you. Xiaoi was taken away by the police. Abducted by the police. Liu He frowned slightly. The Dragon Science Academy had notified the local police station to protect Ye Bai. So how could he be arrested? Are you sure? You took it away, not brought it back? There is a big difference between taking him away and taking him back. Taking him back may be to better protect Ye Bai. Yes, he was taken away. 2 policemen were holding him up, and they also took a toy gun invented by Xiaoi. What did you say that Xiaoi is suspected of manufacturing guns, breaking the law, and going to jail? Hey, I just said it was a toy. The police are arresting people randomly. How can there be such a gun? It can't be helped. Just go through the process after others say it. The villagers immediately started talking in a hurry. Something wrong. Liu He had a keen sense that something was wrong. How long has Ye Bai been arrested? About 10 minutes. You should go to the county police station by now. Liu He immediately ran to the armored vehicle and ordered, go to the police station. In Jiaoling County, 5 armored vehicles suddenly appeared on a peaceful road. Passers-by all looked at these giants curiously. The small county had never seen such a thing before, and there are helicopters flying overhead. What's the situation? How did the army come to us? The armored car is handsome. Look at that cannon, it's so handsome. There are still helicopters in the sky. Could it be that the Zhejiang military region is conducting an exercise, and the troops are passing by our county? It should be. We are close to Zhejiang City, and we are probably passing by. No, that direction is our county police station. Hurry up and take a look. Jiaoling County Police Station. Liu He arrived here with the guards, and all the guards got off the car. Block this place. Liu He drank lightly with sharp eyes. All the security guards immediately dispersed and surrounded the police station. The policemen in the police station looked at this scene in confusion. Where is this army? How did it surround us? Could it be that the big leader has come, but we haven't been notified yet? If it wasn't for Yanhuang, I would have thought it was the P army. The rank in the uniform is a colonel. Isn't it true that the head of the military region came to inspect it? After a while, 4 more special police cars arrived, and a large number of special police officers got out of the cars and stood in line. This was dispatched by Liu He. On the way to contact the place, Jiaoling County Special Police Brigade came to report. The captain of the special police reported in a calm manner. Liu He nodded. Evacuate the surrounding people. Join the alert, and no one is allowed to come in. Yes, the special police immediately went to carry out the task. What's the matter? Why the army surrounded the police station? I'm sorry. You see, they are all armed with live ammunition. Could it be that the army and the police have joined forces? 666. The blockbuster movie has a visual sense. It's the first time I've seen it. It's like watching a movie. So handsome. The soldier's momentum is too awesome. Looking above, there are at least 10 helicopters flying around. It feels like something big has happened. Could it be that he was filming a movie? That the old chief made a private visit in a microservice, was tortured by the police, and then directly brought a military camp to ask for someone. There were a lot of onlookers, all of whom were discussing excitedly. They didn't know what happened, but this scene has never been seen in my life. But soon the special police stopped the approaching crowd, and forced them to evacuate. After Liu He made arrangements, he immediately walked into the police station, and yelled at the policemen inside. Now no one in the police station is allowed to go out. Liu He waved his hand to ask the guards at the door to guard all the entrances and exits of the police station. Where are the people you arrested for making guns without permission? Liu He asked a police officer. The police officer pointed at the interrogation room in a stern manner. It's in the second interrogation room. Before Liu He brought people here. Bai was taken back to the police station by Li Tianqi and locked in the interrogation room. After a while, Li Tianqi came in leisurely with a glass of water and sat opposite Bai. Name, age, why the gun was made. Bai was very cooperative. Bai, 23 years old. I am an internet celebrity, who is an inventor. Before, netizens said that all my inventions were useless, so I made an advanced rifle. Li Tianqi almost couldn't help laughing when he heard this, an advanced rifle. If the military industry is so easy to do, why do we need scientific researchers? An internet celebrity makes an advanced rifle. Joke? At this moment, he had already confirmed that the gun was fake. It was not a normal gun at all. It was more like a toy gun, a prop gun imitating the kind in the movie. But the process still has to go. Please be serious, don't be funny. Taking a statement is very serious. After a warning, Li Tianqi continued to ask, do you know that it is illegal to manufacture guns? Even simulation models are not allowed. When it came to the simulation model, Li Tianqi felt that it was wrong. The exaggerated appearance was more like a toy, not a simulation at all. Is it illegal to manufacture toy guns? I know. I'm going to make it and hand it over to the country. It's not a simulation model, it's a real gun. Bai spoke very seriously, and he was telling the truth. I don't know why the policeman on the opposite side laughed. Hand it over to the state. Li Tianqi touched his chin. The country's scientific research ability is not as good as an internet celebrity. Should he be said to be ignorant or arrogant? Li Tianqi shook his head. Forget it. Let's go through the process quickly and release him, so as not to waste time. Okay, whether it is true or not, we will know after our people test it. If there is no problem, you can sign here and you should be able to go back soon. Li Tianqi pushed the confession to Bai and gave him a pen. At this moment, a policeman ran in and said hurriedly, Team Li is not doing well. Li Tianqi frowned and glanced at the man. Speak slowly, as a policeman, you are so unstable. As he spoke, he picked up the tea cup and blew a few times and took a sip. A group of soldiers came outside and surrounded our police station. Puff, F***K. Li Tianqi couldn't help swearing, put down his teacup, and said in surprise, soldier, surrounded our police station, right? Seeing that Bai had finished signing, Li Tianqi quickly took a confession. Let's go quickly, and stop making those bluffing inventions at home, when you have nothing to do. After finishing speaking, he went out with his colleagues. Bai followed behind, and when he went out, he happened to meet Liu He, who was striding towards him. Everyone saw a man in a colonel's military uniform approaching them menacingly, and they all stood there dumbfounded. Liu He walked up to everyone and said, which one is Bai? Came to see me. Bai looked at Liu He, who was wearing a military uniform, full of oppression, and said, I am. Liu He looked at Bai. Please follow them outside to rest. I'll come later. Bai followed the guards outside with a dazed expression, completely unaware of what was going on. Li Tianqi and others noticed Liu He's words. Please, let a person with the rank of colonel, ask him to go out to rest. What is the identity of this Bai? Half an hour later, 2 black military vehicles arrived outside the police station, with the words, National Security Bureau, written on them. A group of people wearing armbands of National Security came down from above and entered the police station. In the nearby residential buildings, many residents zoomed in on their cell phone cameras to watch the situation at the police station. Fuck, the National Security Bureau is here. The army, the special police, and the planes are all here. Our county is famous. This is the first time I've seen a car from the National Security Bureau. The air pressure around these people is so low. Could it be that the police station has caught enemy agents? Guys, I was just about to call my brother to come over to my house to have a look, but then I found out that there is no signal. The signal has been blocked. This is really a big deal. Old Joe, he has been found and is under the protection of our security team. Outside the police station, Liu He contacted Zhou Ping through a satellite encrypted phone, and briefly explained what happened. Be sure to protect the target, and bring the gun back to the Dragon Science Academy safely, as soon as possible. Liu He responded immediately, don't worry, Mr. Zhou. The task must be completed, and the people from the police station will hand it over to the National Security Bureau. Okay, let's leave it to the National Security Bureau. I didn't expect that someone would dare to do things under our noses. Okay, I'll bring the target back immediately. Liu He knew that the higher-ups were really angry this time, and the Zhejiang military region directly came forward to investigate by the National Security Bureau. The police station in this small county was sealed off, and martial law was imposed. After hanging up the phone, Liu He walked up to Ye Bai. Come with me. Ye Bai followed Liu He into an armored vehicle, and after a while several security guards carried a long metal box to the armored vehicle. Then the armored vehicle left the Jiaoling County Police Station under the escort of the helicopter overhead. Seeing that he and Liu He were the only two people in the armored vehicle, Ye Bai asked suspiciously, where is this taking me? Dragon Science Academy. Don't worry, the higher-ups asked us to protect you. It was a mistake at work before. Liu He's tone is a little gentle now, trying to appease Ye Bai as much as possible. As for the specifics, he only knows that an internet celebrity has made a very strong gun. With his rank of colonel, he couldn't know all the information. The gun mentioned above should be in the box next to Ye Bai. It has been locked, and he doesn't know the password. Although he doesn't really believe that an internet celebrity can create anything powerful, but academician Joe has said that it will definitely not be bad. He is very pleased that there are masters from the people who can contribute to the country. Ye Bai nodded reassuringly after hearing this. The Dragon Academy of Sciences is a place where Yanhuang Kingdom specializes in researching high-tech. With huge research resources and talents, it seems that he has noticed the weapons he made. In the Jiaoling County Police Station, Li Tianqi and others were all gathered together, and then they were taken to the interrogation room one by one for questioning. Li Tianqi was sitting in Ye Bai's interrogation room just now, in the same position as Ye Bai was sitting. In front of him was a man from the National Security Bureau. The atmosphere in the interrogation room was very solemn, and he didn't dare to speak out. Name, age, why did you arrest Mr. Ye? Li Tianqi, age 35. I also received a report, so I brought someone to arrest Mr. Ye. Li Tianqi answered truthfully. The Academy of Dragon Sciences should have explained to your institute, why are you still arresting people? Li Tianqi said helplessly, we recorded the wrong information, made a mistake, and arrested people. It's true. He is telling the truth. Immediately afterwards, from the 18th generation of the ancestors, from birth to the present, everything was asked all over the place, and the NSA also investigated all his background information, the bank, capital flow, deposits, and even the information of his wife and children were all checked clearly. People from the National Security Bureau confirmed these materials for him, which are more detailed than he knows. After more than 20 minutes, Li Tianqi came out of the interrogation room sweating profusely, and found that the police officers outside were all lined up in a long line, waiting for interrogation. No one can leave until the trial is over. Damn it, people were originally arrested and brought back for interrogation, but now all the people in the police station are being interrogated instead. Li Tianqi stared blankly at all this. At this time, a colleague came out of the interrogation room next door. He acted submissively, as if he was facing a scourge inside. He didn't say a word, just went to rest. Li Tianqi was horrified. What kind of character did we capture back? The first research room of Dragon Academy of Sciences. Zhou Ping and the other two elders watched Ye Bai's recorded video on the big screen. They are all academicians of the Academy of Dragon Sciences. Wei Chen rubbed his hands anxiously. How long will it take for Colonel Liu to bring someone back? I can't wait to see that gun. Watching the video can't really prove it's true. You have to test it yourself. After a while, someone will come and ask you questions. I'll test the gun. I'll do the hard work. Chen Wei had a righteous look on his face. Wei Chen rolled his eyes at him. Can you keep your thoughts a little quieter? I can hear them from the Himalayas. Researchers can't wait to encounter leading technologies. Zhou Ping sighed. Thanks to Jiang Chen. If he hadn't discovered this internet celebrity while watching the live broadcast, he might have missed it. Chen Wei frowned. You say an internet celebrity, he can really do it. If it weren't for the fact that the video is really real, I really can't believe it. Wei Chen nodded and said, when he comes, we must inquire carefully. Okay, you ask, I'll test the gun. Zhou Ping interrupted the cautiousness of the two. Ask together, and test the gun together. If it is true, it will happen to be the Army's new equipment test in 10 days. When the time comes, we can send this gun to the precision rifle for testing. Wei Chen patted his head. Yes, I almost forgot to test the new equipment. That's when the army selects the next generation of new equipment. If this gun is really strong, the army may have to change equipment. Evening. Yeah, I followed the armored vehicle to the Dragon Academy. As soon as he entered, he was taken to the first research room, but there was no one inside for the time being, only the guards were watching him. After waiting for about half an hour, 3 old men walked in quickly, looking a little anxious, wearing a white coat. One can tell that he is a scientific researcher. When the guards saw them coming, they all left. According to our investigation, your family background is quite clean. You are a high school student, or graduated from an ordinary vocational high school. How did you make a high-tech precision rifle? What Zhou Ping held in his hand was Ye Bei's information, and he knew the details of his web browsing records over the years. Before they came just now, they had already tested the guns. The guns were real, and their power was indeed extremely powerful. So everyone was very excited, and hurried over to see Ye Bai. Ye Bai thought for a while, but he had to tell the truth. But he couldn't tell them that he had a system. I made it based on the equipment in a game. Oh, gaming equipment. Zhou Ping nodded, and immediately realized. What did you say? According to the game equipment, Ye Bai answered very honestly. Yes, it is the game equipment, the technical precision rifle in Cyberpunk 2077 Widowmaker, but I have strengthened it a little, and the penetration has increased by 1 billion points. He was telling the truth, but Zhou Ping and the others had a bad look on their faces. Zhou Ping said in a deep voice, "Please be serious, we are asking very serious questions. I really made it based on the game. If you don't believe me, you can bring me my computer. There is still this game in it, or Dunyang will know this weapon after looking it up." Zhou Ping saw Ye Bei's sincerity, so he asked Wei Chen to check it out in doubt. There is indeed this game, and there is also this gun. It really looks exactly like what we saw in the recorded video. Is it really made according to the equipment in the game? That's too bad. There are no blueprints and no specific parameters, so the weapon is built based on the description in the game. This is not a genius, but a monster. The 3 looked at each other incredulously, and then looked at Ye Bai at the same time. Zhou Ping pressed his surprise in his heart, and asked seriously, "Are you sure? You are responsible for what you said?" Ye Bai nodded firmly, "I'm sure." The 3 of them were silent. They have been doing scientific research all their lives, and they have never seen anyone who can make exactly the same game equipment. The model is fine, but that is a high-tech weapon. Zhou Ping asked seriously, "Then let you make a new one. Can you make it?" As long as a new Widowmaker can be remade, it means that Ye Bai is indeed capable, and he also made the gun himself. Ye Bai nodded. Of course, he still has 3 first-level technology points, which can completely unlock a new gun. Zhou Ping continued to ask, "How long will it take?" Ye Bai thought for a moment. It will take about 2 weeks. At that time, it took half a month to be a Widowmaker, and to make a new gun. 2 weeks should be ample time. Zhou Ping shook his head. You only have 9 days. He wanted to have 2 Widowmakers before the new equipment was tested, and the Dragon Science Academy also left one for research. Ye Bai was a little hesitant. If he wanted to be a Widowmaker again, he would definitely be fine. Even if he was well prepared, he would do it in 2 or 3 days. But he can't guarantee the new gun. After all, the gun he wants to unlock has special bullets, and it will take time. Don't worry, we have all kinds of materials and tools here, as well as high-precision lathes. Zhou Ping added, "It's definitely more complete than your own small workshop." Only then did Ye Bai nod. "Okay, I'll try." At that time, he bought materials and borrowed tools, which really wasted a lot of time. "Okay, we'll wait for you for 9 days, and I'll give you the current gun as well." After Zhou Ping finished speaking, he got up. "Go to rest today, and the No. 27 laboratory in the North District will be given to you. It is a new laboratory, and everything is complete. Xiao Jiang will assist you. If you need anything, just ask him." At this time, Jiang Chen, who had received the order earlier, just arrived, and his eyes lit up when he saw Ye Bai. He first greeted the 3 of Zhou Ping politely. "Hello, Academician Zhou, Academician Wei, and Academician Chen." Only then did Ye Bai realize that the 3 old men in front of him were academicians. That is the person who represents Yanuang Kingdom's scientific research success, and the highest contribution. Zhou Ping nodded with a smile. "Xiao Jiang, take Ye Bai to rest. You will help him in the next few days. If he needs anything, you can help him prepare." Jiang Chen replied, "Okay, Academician Zhou." After speaking, he took Ye Bai and left. After Ye Bai left, Zhou Ping looked at the 2 people around him. "What do you think of this kid?" Wei Chen pondered. "If what he said is true, then it's a monster. A monster I can't understand, but it can't exist." Chen Wei shook his head, and said, "I also think it's impossible. It's made according to the game equipment. It's 2C5. How can scientific research be so child's play? This is reality, not a movie, let alone a novel." Wei Chen agrees. "That's right, I was still hopeful at first, thinking that I might have really met a genius. Education and background don't matter, but the question just now made me very disappointed. If they hadn't tested the gun in advance, they would even think that Yabai is a sensationalist anchor, who is popular and earns traffic. Chen Wei sighed, forget it. Give him a chance to prove himself. Zhou Ping nodded. He had exactly the same idea. If he can't make it by then, we can ask him who actually made that gun. The gun was indeed real, but they didn't believe Yabei's claims. Now let him do it again, and you will know the truth. But why did you give him the gun? What else did you ask me to study? Chen Wei clapped his hands, feeling very helpless. The gun that he had been thinking about had just been fired, which shocked them extremely. It definitely surpasses the performance of all precision rifles in active service, and it is indeed driven by electromagnetic energy. They only hurriedly tested the most basic shooting accuracy, penetration, and mainly looked at the electromagnetic energy module. Other functions such as the special scope on the gun, what the various energy indicators on the display mean, and the shooting speed have not had time to test. After confirming that it was a real gun, they rushed to see Yabai first, worrying about keeping him waiting for a long time. After all, it was late at night. Originally, I thought that after receiving Yabai, I would let him demonstrate the complete functions of the Widowmaker to everyone in person the next day, but judging from the current situation, such a result somewhat disappointed the three of them. Zhou Ping smiled and said, it's not too late for a good meal. If he really made the gun, then leave it for him as a reference, so that he can make new ones faster, before the new equipment is tested. It should be there by then. You can also apply for the rewards. We will not treat him badly. One of the two guns is used for testing, and the other is used for research. If he didn't make it, even if he was given a reference, he wouldn't be able to make it. Whether it is an energy device, a modular design, or the precise components inside, it is definitely not something that ordinary people can make by looking at it, and I'm afraid he can't even disassemble it, let alone imitate it. Then he won't be able to make it at that time, and there is no excuse. Otherwise, he can still say that he made it in a flash of his head, and then forgot it later. Now let him imitate it, and there is no excuse. Chen Wei knew that what Zhou Ping said was reasonable, and he was very thoughtful. He could only sigh, and said, let's see if this little monster has any strength. I hope that when the time comes, he can honestly explain which genius made it. Brother, yeah, you actually made a useful invention. I'm done. Yeah, but I didn't expect that the people from Dragon Science Academy in front of him were his fans, and he didn't notice Jiang Chen during the live broadcast. Yeah, Bai smiled and said, hey, I made it blindly according to the game equipment. Jiang Chen pursed his lips and followed the game. I think he was talking nonsense with his eyes open. He is studying electromagnetic rifles, and he can't do any special research. You made it according to the game. What are you kidding? Jiang Chen was helpless, but did not say anything, and took Yabai to his residence. This is the dormitory in the North District, very close to the number 27 laboratory in the North District. You should rest first, and I will take you to the laboratory tomorrow. Yabai nodded. Okay. Walking into the dormitory, it is a single room, similar to a bachelor apartment. Accommodation conditions are not bad. There is a computer in the room. After Yabai locked the door, he turned on the computer and downloaded Steam and Cyberpunk 2077. After opening the game, Yabai puts on the weapon to be unlocked, and opens the Eye of Luban. Is it locked? Locking. Ding. The analysis is successful, and the smart assault rifle can be achieved by dividing it. It is a relatively advanced technological product, which is very easy to use and extremely efficient. It is suitable for large-scale installation, and can be unlocked. Unlock. Ding. Consume 1 point and 5 first-level technology points to unlock successfully. Smart assault rifle Fen's Ningchang and smart bullet. All technical data have been loaded. Divide and make is the bullet tracking weapon in the game. Smart bullets are used. You don't need to aim at all, just shoot. Therefore, the system evaluation is very simple to use and extremely efficient. A single shot from an ordinary weapon does not necessarily kill a person. This weapon is a good solution to the possibility of the entire villain force of the protagonist 1v in the movie. How efficient it is to shoot and die. This gun is a 3-shot burst in the game, similar to the burst mode of the M16. Can't go through walls, but also ignores body armor. After confirming the new gun, Yabai played Piles in Night City for a while before falling asleep. The next day, the sun rose. Jiang Chen took Yabai to get up early, and came to the North District of Dragon Science Academy. Laboratory No. 27 is in the innermost part, which is much deserted compared to the East District, where Zhou Ping and others are located. Few people are researching here. Basically they are shelved laboratories and various equipment. That's it. There are quite a lot of tools inside. If you need anything, you can just come to me. I moved here to study, and I'm in the #1 laboratory. Jiang Chen brought people here, and he also transferred to take care of Ye Bai. Ye Bai nodded and said, okay, then I'll go to work first, time is tight. Hey, brother Ye, I have a question. Jiang Chen stopped Ye Bai. Did you really make the gun? Ye Bai nodded strangely. Yes, what's wrong? Jiang Chen laughed. No. Then you really got the inspiration from the game. Ye Bai shook his head. Just when Jiang Chen thought that Ye Bai was going to confess, Ye Bai said, I didn't get the inspiration from the game, or I did it according to the game equipment. Jiang Chen pursed his lips. Okay, you were busy. Zhou Ping had already told him about Ye Bai last night. He also felt that it was outrageous. He did scientific research according to the game and developed it. No one would believe it. He might be criticized if he reported it. Games are all imagined based on real equipment. How can reality be made according to the equipment in the game? But the gun is indeed usable. So there can only be one explanation. The gun was made by someone else, and it cannot be based on the game. Seeing that Ye Bai didn't talk about it, he could only ask him when he couldn't make it in the end. After Jiang Chen left, Ye Bai began to count the things in the laboratory, recorded everything that was missing, and asked Jiang Chen to add it later. The Widowmaker was placed on a shelf in the laboratory, and Ye Bai did not move. He is going to wait until the new gun is ready, and if there is enough time, he will perfect it. The first day passed quickly. At night, Zhou Ping asked Jiang Chen, how did he disassemble the gun? Jiang Chen shook his head. No, I have prepared a lot of materials and tools today. I think the gun is still there, and not disassembled. Hey, Chen Wei sighed. It seems that he won't tear it down. So what's the point of holding on now? Wei Chen comforted. It's okay, it's only a few days. Don't worry. Zhou Ping told Jiang Chen, you continue to cooperate with him, and give him what you want, and he will have nothing to say when the time comes. Jiang Chen replied, no problem. The next day, Zhou Ping received a call from the National Security Bureau in the morning. Academician Zhou, all the police officers at the Jiaoling County Police Station have been sorted out, and the director has made major work mistakes, and has been taken away for investigation. Zhou Ping frowned. Ye Bai was unwilling to reveal the real developer, probably also resentful because of being arrested. Check this guy out. Yes, according to the investigation, they received a report to arrest people. Following the report information, we successfully caught a gang colluding with foreign forces, and Mr. Ye reported that person. There are even foreign forces involved. Zhou Ping was a little surprised. That's right, that person is a fan of Mr. Ye. He once contacted Mr. Ye to buy guns and technology made by him. After being rejected, he reported to Mr. Ye's local police. Mr. Ye also reported him backhandedly. Now that the verification is completed, this gang has been removed. Very good. Zhou Ping nodded and said, these people must be severely punished. People who eat inside and out must be suppressed thoroughly. They are the cancer of society. Receive. On the other side, Ye Bai, who was busy, also received a call. It's Mr. Ye Bai. Ye Bai replied, that's right, it's me. This is the National Security Bureau. We have verified the information you reported earlier. It is indeed an organization colluding with foreign forces. All of them have been arrested. Ye Bai was a little surprised. He didn't expect to catch it so fast. It took only one day. And the other party is not a person, but an organization that specializes in these shady activities. That's a good relationship. These people are malignant tumors. They should be arrested and let them work on the sewing machine for the rest of their lives. Yes. I would like to thank Mr. Ye for his contribution to national security. I will give you a reward of 500,000 yuan, which will be sent directly to your card, and someone will contact you. It's really 500,000 walking, a windfall. Time flies, and 8 days passed quickly. Ye Bai finally completed the production of the new gun. Looking at the new gun with the same sense of technology in his hand, he couldn't help but want to test it, but there is no place to test it now. Ye Bai sighed again. The system is really powerful. It has perfected the gun as a whole, and modified the technical design according to the actual situation. In the game, the gun, Split makes it, is a smart assault rifle, which needs to be connected to a prosthetic body to use it, but in reality there are no prosthetic bodies. So the system integrates the intelligent control system in the sight. Because this gun does not require the user to aim, the scope exists as an intelligent system, so even an ordinary person can use it. Ye Bai put the new gun aside, and started dismantling the Widowmaker again. Get ready to spend the last day perfecting it. At that time, it was done in a hurry, and the tools could not keep up. Now, from the appearance to the internal components, try to be as perfect as possible. That night, Zhou Ping asked Jiang Chen about Ye Bai's daily activities as usual. Today he took down Widowmaker. Zhou Ping raised his tone unconsciously. He demolished it. It won't be dismantled violently, right? Jiang Chen shook his head. I don't know. I only saw a bunch of parts at the door. He's been drumming up something these days. When I asked him to eat together, I could see a little bit through the crack of the door, and the assault rifle I'm improving is almost finished. I'm going to take it for a test of the new equipment, the day after tomorrow. Zhou Ping frowned slightly. Okay, you go. Your new gun is good from a design point of view. There should be a chance to enter the alternative plan. 9th day. It's time. How is Ye Bai going? Zhou Ping and the others are ready to go to Ye Bai and let him confess. Jiang Chen shook his head and said, there is no movement, he is still in the laboratory. Chen Wei frowned. At this time, he still pretends, just explain it directly, and we will give him some rewards. Wei Chen patted him on the shoulder. Why don't you wait any longer? Let's say 9 days, isn't it up yet? We've already waited until now, and it's not too late. Well, Zhou Ping took a deep breath. Wait, let's go there at night. In the know. 27 Laboratory of the North District finished. Ye Bai looked at the 2 guns in front of him, and finally finished it in time for the last day. The score can be done on the 8th day. The Widowmaker is also ray perfected today, and is even more beautiful than when it was made at home. The shape details have been reworked. This time it will definitely work out. Ye Bai walked out of the laboratory with 2 exaggerated guns, quite like a Terminator. A researcher who had just come out of the lab was startled when he saw Ye Bai, ran back to the lab and rang the alarm. 3 academicians, hurry up and avoid it. I just received an alarm that someone broke into the North District with a gun. The 3 of Zhou Ping were about to find Ye Bai, but they were stopped by Liu He on the way. How could someone break in with a gun? This is the Academy of Dragon Sciences, Zhou Ping asked puzzledly. The Academy of Dragon Sciences was heavily guarded, and there were troops stationed there. Liu He is the captain of the garrison here. With the rank of colonel, some people dare to break in here. I also came here after receiving an alert from the researcher. Currently, the North District has been sealed off by our security team, and the team members are rescuing the researcher inside. Zhou Ping thought of Ye Bai, and quickly asked, do you see who the intruder is? Where is it? I didn't see it. According to reports, the intruder is in the know. 27 Laboratory in the North District. Isn't that Ye Bai's laboratory? Zhou Ping looked at the entire Dragon Science Academy, which was on alert, and quickly said, it must be a misunderstanding. That is Ye Bai's laboratory. Call someone to evacuate it. Don't accidentally injure it. Liu He was stunned. Ye Bai, the internet celebrity he personally picked up a few days ago. He reacted quickly and contacted the team members immediately. The 3 of Zhou Ping quickly headed to the North District. Ye Bai didn't take a few steps outside when he heard the alarm. When he was at a loss, he saw several researchers running into the laboratory. He also quickly retreated to the number 27 laboratory. What's the situation? Why did the alarm suddenly sound? Ye Bai held the gun with a dazed look on his face. This is the Academy of Dragon Sciences. Is it a drill? At this moment, outside, 2 teams of security guards were staggering forward step by step with guns, constantly approaching the number 27 laboratory, and rescued the researchers in the laboratory. By the way, although there are few people in the North District, there are 5 or 6 researchers working here. At this time, they were all rescued from the laboratory, and they gathered together and looked at the deepest laboratory number 27 suspiciously. F***K, it's too scary. I just came out of the laboratory when I saw a gangster coming over there, holding 2 strange-looking guns in his hands. Really? 2 guns? They are so powerful that they can break into the Dragon Science Academy. It won't be a drill. I want to test our reaction speed. It's possible. It's a surprise test. If someone brings a gun into the Academy of Dragon Sciences, it will be on the international news. This is Yanwang, not a bald eagle. Everyone watched in horror as the security team slowly surrounded laboratory number 27. Several security guards leaned against the wall of the number 27 laboratory, and the team leader made a gesture of preparing to attack. Count with your fingers. 3, 2, 1. When they were about to break in, when Ye Bai heard the movement, he also nervously aimed his gun at the door. Suddenly, an anxious voice interrupted the few people who were about to break the door. Stop. Don't break the door. Several team members looked suspiciously. The colonel just called. It may be a misunderstanding. Wait for a few academicians to come. We will be on the alert first. Everyone looked at each other upon hearing this. Misunderstand. Several people had no choice but to stop breaking the door, formed a semicircle, armed with guns. The 3 of Zhou Ping and the others quickly came to the North District. When they saw more than a dozen security guards guarding the door of the number 27 laboratory, they knew that they must have misunderstood. He walked quickly to the door and knocked on the door. Ye Bai. Hearing Zhou Ping's voice, Ye Bai put down his gun. I'm inside. Zhou Ping and the others breathed a sigh of relief. Open the door. Ye Bai hurried over to open the door. A group of familiar faces came into view. Zhou Ping, Chen Wei, Wei Chen and Colonel Liu. who picked him up. Behind them stood a group of security guards. Why did everyone run to their door? Bai looked at everyone suspiciously. What's the matter, Academician Joe? I heard an alarm. Is it someone attacking? It just so happens that my new gun is made. But let's do it. As Bai spoke, he raised two exaggerated guns, scaring the guards, almost pointing them at him. Zhou Ping said embarrassingly, misunderstanding. They didn't know you were making new guns here, so they took you as a bad guy just now. Not many people know about Bai's presence here. In addition, there are few people in the North District, and no one expected to make such a fuss. Unexpectedly, Bai would suddenly come out with a gun today. The researcher had never seen him, and saw him holding a gun, so he was frightened and decisively rang the alarm. The corners of Bai's mouth twitched when he heard this. Well, it turns out that these people are here to catch themselves. This is. Zhou Ping suddenly saw the gun in Bai's hand. One is a widowmaker. The surface is no longer rough, and the hole is more refined, but the other one was completely missing. It is also a very avant-garde and bold gun body design, and the same modular gun body as the widowmaker. The shape is smaller than that of the widowmaker, the butt is very long, and the body of the gun is similar to that of an ordinary rifle, but the scope is on the head of the gun, which is completely different from ordinary scopes. Both Chen Wei and Wei Chen also found the gun. Chen Wei pointed to the smart assault rifle in Bai's hand, and asked, what kind of gun is this? Bai said with a smile, intelligent assault rifle. Points can be achieved. Just made a new gun. Seeing Bai's harmless smile, Zhou Ping was stunned. New gun, smart assault rifle. A new gun was built. What's the situation? I asked you to make a new one, and you made a new gun. Zhou Ping looked at Bai in disbelief before realizing that the misunderstanding was even bigger. Is this guy a monster? Bai took it for granted. That's right, you said it's new, so I made a new one. It's really new. You see, it's not a widowmaker. Bai handed over the points. Zhou Ping looked at the gun in his hand in disbelief. This time he was more than a self-certification. He was directly confirmed as a monster. Although the specific performance is not yet known, he knows from experience that this gun must be real. He meant to ask Bai to make a new widowmaker, but this guy just made a new gun. For the new gun, it seems that there is no problem with this understanding, but it is too outrageous. This is a military product, not a kid's origami plane. This guy really not only dared to think, but also dared to do it. It takes several years or even longer for others to research a gun, just like the electromagnetic rifle researched by Jiang Chen, and the improved 88 style sniper rifle, both took several years. This guy is good. Jiushin made a new one. Chen Wei stammered from the side. You didn't make it according to the equipment in the game, did you? Bai nodded again as a matter of course. Yes, that's right. Chen Wei pursed his lips, looked at Bai, sighed, and stopped talking. If it was before, he would definitely suspect that Bai was bragging, but now he really made it, and made a different gun. There is only him here again, no one else. He must have done it. And the widowmaker heard from Jiang Chen that Bai has been disassembled, and now it is assembled. It has been finely polished and looks much more refined. Now he has nothing to say. Wei Chen hurriedly greeted everyone. Let's stop standing here. Colonel Liu, please notify the security team to lift the alarm. This is our mistake. Liu he nodded, feeling more impressed with Bai. In the county seat, the county police station was besieged by the army and special police, and all the police officers were checked by the National Security Bureau. It has only been more than a week since I came to the Dragon Academy of Sciences, and there is such a big commotion again. Although he is a soldier, he also knows that developing a gun is not easy, but for Bai it is as easy as playing a game. It turned out to be a misunderstanding. Who is that person? I heard that it was an internet celebrity who made an electromagnetic rifle. The courtyard didn't say anything about it. It just happened a few days ago. Why are internet celebrities so powerful now? That's researcher Jiang's research project. He has been working on it for several years without any progress, and he was actually taken care of by an internet celebrity. Hey, researcher Jiang, the electromagnetic rifle is a problem in the world, and this thing is a weapon that crosses the era. Jiang Chen was listening on the sidelines, not wanting to talk, and all of this was pulled out for comparison. He was shot while lying down, and people are more angry than others. Forget it, there is no need to compare with Bai. He is human, Bai is a monster. Next morning, Bai followed the members of the Dragon Academy of Sciences to the Zhejiang military region. Academician Zhou is here, a middle-aged man in a military uniform, with 2 bars and 4 stars on his shoulders warmly greeted him. Academician Chen and Academician Wei are also here. Today, the Academy of Dragon Sciences has a heavenly group. It is rare to see an academician on weekdays, but 3 of them came here today. Zhou Ping laughed and said, haha, long time no see, Captain Wang. you are here for the firearms test today. The person who came was Wang Keming, the captain of the Yanlong Special Forces, one of the 3 strongest Yanuang Special Forces, with the rank of colonel. Wang Keming led the crowd inside and said, "Yeah, the firearms area is very lively today. The 613 Army Equipment Institute and the Baiyang Military Factory have brought a lot of good things. I'm here to take a look and find them for the brothers in the team. Order your equipment and change. Generally, advanced individual combat weapons will be equipped with special forces first, and they represent the country's cutting-edge forces." Zhou Ping was a little surprised and said, "This year the firearms area is so lively, but it used to be very deserted. No, if it was before, I would definitely go to the armored vehicle area. I came here specially this year." Wang Keming suddenly looked at the 3 metal boxes in the hands of the members of the Dragon Academy of Sciences. The 3 academicians came here today prepared, and brought 3 new pieces of equipment. Suddenly, he saw Jiang Chen, Xiao Jiang, a genius from the Dragon Academy of Sciences, is also here. "I heard that you improved the Type 88 sniper rifle. I'll have to try it myself later." He still knows about Jiang Chen, the famous genius of the Academy of Dragon Sciences, who became a first-level researcher at a young age, and then an academician. Jiang Chen glanced at Ye Bai beside him, the corner of his mouth twitched, and he said with a smile, "Hi Colonel Wang, I brought the sniper rifle today, and I will test it later." In front of Ye Bai, how can he be a genius? He can't wait to find a crack to get in now. Soon, everyone came to a large shooting range, and there were already many people inside. Everyone carried a weapon case, and some had taken out their weapons and adjusted them. 3 academicians, prepare first. I'll go and get busy, and come back later. Zhou Ping nodded. You go. Only an academician like Zhou Ping could make the senior colonel greet him in person and be so polite. Seeing the arrival of 3 academicians from the Dragon Academy of Sciences today, people from other institutions around also looked over curiously. With so many people here today, at the Dragon Academy of Sciences, there must be some new research. I didn't expect the firearms to be fully developed in the first half of the year, and people from the 613 Institute and Baiyang military industry also came. I heard that they brought a very advanced gun. There was a lot of discussion. Zhou Ping told Ye Bai, in a while, you can never say that it is made according to the game equipment, but that it is developed by yourself. Ye Bai smiled and nodded, okay, don't worry. Zhou Ping glanced at him, don't worry, this guy is the most worried thing, and shook his head helplessly. Let's go, you go to the testing area, we will come later. Firearms tests are divided into categories, and Ye Bai and Jiang Chen are not in the same area. Jiang Chen carried 2 large boxes, and followed the guide to the rifle testing area. Everyone else was, 1, and he was carrying 2, which immediately attracted a lot of attention. He put the box on the table, opened it and started to assemble it. Yiwer also saw Ye Bai, glanced at him lightly, then withdrew her gaze, and checked the gun in her hand. Most people still focus on improving existing models. It is not surprising that both guns were improved. She is a representative of Baiyang military industry, and the gun in her hand was developed by her, with 3 years of painstaking efforts. She has absolute confidence to enter the new equipment candidate area. Which factory does this guy have? His face is very raw. Damn, his gun is so exaggerated. Is this the gun from the movie? What's the use of making such a sci-fi shape? It has to be practical. He carried 2 boxes. Could it be 2? At this time, there were more than 20 people in the rifle testing area. Many of them spotted Ye Bai and talked quietly. Yiwer frowned and looked up at Ye Bai again, only to see that he was taking out the Widowmaker and assembling it. Because it is a modular gun body, it is very fast to assemble. Suddenly, her eyes lit up, and she seemed to see an energy device. Isn't it a powder-propelled gun? From the appearance point of view, this gun is too sci-fi. At least it is definitely not the root of existing firearms design. Strange scope, plus thick barrel, more than 1. Is this a real gun or a toy model? Since it can come in, it must be a real gun, but this shape is too advanced. Yiwer secretly remembered Ye Bai in her heart. The representative of Institute 613, Li Su, also noticed Ye Bai, and he shook his head. The firearms test is not about appearance. It is the effect of real combat. Soon, new gun testing will begin. The main thing is to shoot targets. Test the accuracy and stability of firearms. The rifle shooting range has 4 targets of 100 meters, 200 meters, 300 meters and 500 meters respectively. Zhou Ping and the others arrived at the viewing area on Ye Bai's side. Zhou Ping was a little worried, and said, Zaihoi's Widowmaker is not suitable for shooting. Chen Wei nodded. Really, his gun is a bit special. Wei Chen was looking forward to it. Finally I can see the complete test. Whether it is suitable or not, the gun is so good. They waited for 10 days abruptly. After Wang Keming finished his work, He came to the sniper rifle testing area, where Jiang Chen was located, but Zhou Ping and the other three were not found. Xiao Jiang, where are the three academicians? Jiang Chen pointed in Ye Bei's direction. They went to the rifle testing area. Wang Keming was stunned for a moment. The three academicians were not looking at Jiang Chen, but went to the rifle area. Could it be because of the 613 Institute and Baiyang military industry? Oh, okay, I'll go then. Jiang Chen was helpless. He wanted to throw away his improved gun and go to see Ye Bei's test. That is a real new gun, a weapon that crosses the era. Wang Keming hurried to the rifle testing area, and sure enough, all three academicians were there. The three academicians are all here. Which one do you like? Zhou Ping smiled and said, the Xiaoi we call is the one with two guns. Wang Keming had a little impression. When he first came, there was indeed a handsome guy with two boxes. He thought it was the person who was responsible for carrying things. Wang Keming looked over and found Ye Bai easily. He was the only one with two guns. Those two exaggerated guns were developed by him. Zhou Ping nodded and said, that's right. Wang Keming was a little puzzled. The comparison of firearms is not about appearance, but comprehensive performance and popularity. Testing has started. The test officer asked the testers to show their firearms one by one. This is not okay. This almost means something. This is too crude. Wang Keming sighed with disappointment. Most of them are still focused on improvement. The performance is not enough. The firearms are more complicated, the reliability is lower, and the improvement is of little significance. As a special soldier, he has extremely high requirements for equipment. The three of Zhou Ping also nodded. For so many years, the update of firearms is indeed very slow, which is incomparable compared to other equipment in the army, not to mention the Navy and the Air Force with various new types of aircraft. Most of the officers in the military area are in the tank area and armored vehicle area, and there are only Zhou Ping and a few people in the rifle area. Soon, it was the 613's turn, and Li Su walked to the shooting area with a gun. Everyone looked over. The 613 Institute is a well-known Army Equipment Research and Development Center, and Li Su is a top-notch talent in the institute. My gun is inspired by the 95 style assault rifle, a rebuilt new gun. I call it a Scorpion-style assault rifle. Li Su glanced at Zhou Ping and the others in the viewing area, and took out a rifle that was slightly similar in shape to the Type 95. He said confidently, I absorbed the advantages of the Type 95, and at the same time redesigned the shape, aerodynamics, and structure. It makes its shooting more accurate, with less recoil and more reliable performance. The Type 95 assault rifle is an excellent rifle. If Li Su's redesigned Scorpion can go a step further, it will indeed be a very good gun. Wang Keming looked at it attentively. He hoped that a good gun would appear.
Thank you for watching Mystic Realms Recap. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day.